Finally! That's the extension. Infinite now to indict the UFO! Oh my god, that finally happened!
Okay, I guess I just need to realize that Mega Hack and Geometry Dash are not the same thing, because now this says your best run is 73.72 and not 73.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Let's go, dude!
Oh my god! No way! The Crayola ship is so good! The Crayola ship is so good!
You
Oh
did
my
it!
god! Oh my god!
You did it!
It's a New Year's miracle.
I did it!
You did it, dude!
Oh my god, I'm so
I
happy.
beat it!
Yo.
Yes! Oh, my tail disconnected. My sail disconnected.
He actually did it.
My sail disconnected when I hit the desk.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Battlefield with friends, but
I beat Bloodlust! I beat Bloodlust! I beat Bloodlust! I beat Bloodlust!
Dude.
Oh my god!
I beat Bloodlust!
Oh my god!
6 months! Oh my god, this is not sunk in.
Sal was
I
correct,
thought
he beat Bloodlust.
with how much with how close I've got so many times, I thought once I get it, it would instantly become, like, apparent to me. I don't know what the f*** that means. I mean, I thought, like, it would instantly... It has not hit. I feel a little bit sick. Oh my god, Bloodlust 100%. I've been waiting for this for 6 months. I have... Really, for 2 years, actually. If there's any one level that I would call my dream completion, it is this.
What's up? So you may have been expecting some big, corny outro, and that is coming, but first, I really wanted to talk about the level just individually, like, in terms of its parts, because I've seen Will do that before, and I want to steal the idea, because I have a lot to say about this one, even though I don't really like what this does to the flow of this video, but I really wanted this in somewhere, and this is the best spot for it. So anyway, I feel like this is probably the hottest take I'm going to have about any part on this level, but this is S tier, because I spoke to Will about this like a few months ago. If Werwin made a Perfect Beginnings video as like a sequel to his Perfect Endings video or something, this is really the only part I can think of, the only beginning of any level that I can think of that I would call a perfect start. People aren't exactly wrong about how boring it is to play from zero, although I think, and I find less boring than most people, but I feel like what this part does for the aura of this level, for like the feel, the intimidation factor of Bloodlust, like really can't be understated to me. Before playing the level, even before I knew how to judge extreme demons, or if like I really knew anything about them, like when like Bloodlust was one of the first like 10 extremes I ever saw, so like when I had basically no knowledge about them, the start is so important to how you see the level. And I don't know, the structuring and the music, it just comes together to make such an intimidating start, and it really fits what this level is supposed to be to me. And I completely disagree with people that say it could be removed and the level will be better for it. This level would not be the same if it just started the same point as Bloodbath did. It would not feel substantially different than Bloodbath to me. Like, I feel quite strongly about that. Like, this is such a huge part of what makes this Bloodlust rather than just like a Bloodbath remake, even if it is a little bit boring to play from zero. Looks like it went off the side of the screen a little bit, but this is where on Quasar's part 3 to 10. I think it's like average. Oh, by the way, B is just average. It's like a 1 to 5 scale. B is average, C is below average, so on. But yeah, I think it's just fine. Like, I like that they replaced the straight fly that needed replacing. I like the wave. The ball is basically the same as in Bloodbath. It's a little bit harder, but it's still like not hard. The ship, again, it's just the same. Although there is that one really annoying spike that I called the Class Clown, just because it just sticks out so much more than the other spikes and it kills you so much. That was annoying, but it's right at the start, so who really cares? And yeah, like I split these parts the way that the wiki does, except I split Vermilion's and Terron's part in two, because I didn't realize Terron made the corridor, and I felt like Vermilion's ship and Vermilion's ball are substantially different, and I should rank them separately. Yeah, the ship, again, I think it's another B tier. Like, at least this type actually fits the difficulty of this level. Like, this is a hard ship. It's definitely the hardest part of the first 20%, and it's pretty satisfying to do. It was annoying to learn, but I learned it like pretty quickly. And when you take 6 months on the level, the learning process is such a small amount of it barely even matters. I do like it, but I don't really have much more to say about it. I feel like it's the song. The song is the reason why I like Vermilion's Ball so much in both Bloodbath and Bloodlust, although it's definitely better in Bloodlust, because it's just more interesting gameplay. It's not really much harder, again, it's very easy, but it's the best part of the song to me, and as long as the gameplay isn't horrific, that will make the part good to me. Michigan is still bad. Like, it was barely changed from Bloodbath, so at least now it's not the hardest part of the level, but it's still really hard. Like, it was genuinely the last part I got consistent on. The UFO is apparently easier than Bloodbath, but I found it more annoying than I found it in Bloodbath for some reason. Yeah, Michigan's part just doesn't click with me, and I find it boring. I find it annoying to die to. The wave at the end was changed in a completely neutral way, I guess. Like, it's completely fine. Like, it has an aura, of course it does, but I don't like it. And then Evasium, I think that's another. I think Evasium's part in Bloodlust is so good. It's just like, again, going back to when I barely knew anything about extremes, and like, I genuinely couldn't tell which of Bloodbath and Bloodlust was harder. Looking at Evasium's part was, I remember this, it was how I knew Bloodlust was harder, because you compare them, and Evasium you look at Evasium and Bloodbath, and it's just like, yeah, it's hard as an extreme demon, you know, it's Bloodbath. And then you compare it with Bloodlust, and it's like, it looks so impossible, but it's still fun. Like, I really like Evasium's part in both levels, but in Bloodlust, it looks like it's buffed to an absurd degree, especially in the wave that the screenshot is on, but it's like, it's really manageable, so it's really satisfying to pass. Like the whole thing is just so much tighter than it was in Bloodbath. But the UFO is still free, and the wave just feels so good to get right. And along with first ship and the corridor later on, those are the three parts that are like, they are Bloodlust to me. And I keep using the word aura. I don't really like it, but they are where Bloodlust aura comes from. And this is the only one that is the same as Bloodbath, just harder. I just love how in your face it is about how much harder it is than the original, but it's still manageable and fun to play. Anyway, Namtar. Namtar's another ST. I love Namtar's part. Okay, I wouldn't put it at the top just because of the first couple clicks. I find the first couple spikes really, really annoying, but the rest of it is so good. I hated the 36 straight fly for a while, but that was just a pure skill issue. I got really good at it towards the end because I changed my click pattern a little bit. I love this kind of ship gameplay. It's why I'm excited to play Stalemate Redux whenever I do play it. Just like ship plus green orb is like my favorite gameplay element if it's done well, as well as the ship caps. It's just so satisfying to pass. And again, like Evasium, it's very similar to Crack Spar and Bloodbath, but it's clearly harder. Especially that little bit where you like go up and down in the mini ship, and it's probably the most fun part to play. And Sonic's UFO is just like the definition of average. It's just the same as Bloodbath, a little bit harder. It sinks. It's still really, really easy. Probably the easiest part of the level. Didn't stop me from dying to an 8 in my first 10 attempts there, but so that brings it down to me. But it's completely average. I don't really have anything to say about it. It just exists. And Nightcrawler is probably like the hardest part for me to rate because at first I thought it was awful. I still kind of do think it's awful. Like I don't know why it has like that weird diagonal straight fly and the swing copter and the stupid UFO orbs. That one structure that just doesn't exist. Like you can fall straight through it to your death, and that happened to me a lot, and it was really annoying. But it's also maybe the most satisfying part in the level to like do. So like it could be anywhere from A to D tier for me, and like I would want to put it high just because I really enjoy passing it. But the swing copter was so annoying, and really I lose my good faith for the part when I think about that one structure that just doesn't have a hitbox for some reason. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. I don't want to put it in D tier because it is really fun, unlike Michigan, but yeah, it's not very good. I hate how the wiki splits these 4 parts up because Manix has a part in the middle of Havoc's part, so it splits it from 1 part into 3. So I think I'm gonna treat Etzer and the Havoc's ball as 1 part, and then Manix's UFO and the rest of Havoc as another 1 part, because that ball has always been part of Etzer in my mind. Like it took until like months after I beat Bloodbath to realize that was Havoc and not Etzer. But anyway, Etzer, I think, yeah, it's 8. It's a classic. It's an absolute classic, and it's like Evasium and Namtar. It's the same as Bloodbath, but harder in a good way. It's just like, it's what I like about this level. It's just Bloodbath, but harder, but still fun. Although the straight fly at the end of Hetzer, I really struggled with, especially with nerves. But again, I think that's my fault, and it's still satisfying to pass. But it does fill me with fear for the Tartarus 45 straight fly. And the ball, again, I don't really have anything to say about the ball. It's just pretty good. And then I think Havoc is also going to be an A tier just because I really, really like this wave and the ship. The ship is amazing. I don't know. It's like, again, it's one of the most satisfying parts to play, like in the whole game to me. Like those swooping motions, and it's so hard as well, but like it's so consistent and the gaps are so tight. It's like, it's one of the coolest parts to watch for me, and like to watch myself do a thing like, oh wow, I can't believe I did that like a minute and a half into this new hardest. The UFO, I don't really care about the UFO, but the UFO in Bloodbath is probably my least favorite part in that whole level, so I'm glad it was changed, even though the new part is just completely meh to me. Now I'm just gonna do that because like, there's no point in not treating them separately when I have different opinions on them. G-Boys, B tier. Just again, same as Bloodbath but harder. This time I don't really care about the part in Bloodlust, at least. Like in Bloodbath it was the ending. In Bloodlust, it's a great tension builder, but gameplay-wise, it's just sort of uninteresting. The 61 click is way too hard, and the rest is really easy. The final click before the extension goes really hard though. Like passing that always felt really cool from Zero. Like here we go, here's the extension and the little second gap. That was awesome. But yeah, like I surprisingly don't feel that much about G-Boy despite of how important a part it is. I feel. But yeah, it's just going B tier. And then now we're at the extension. I'm gonna put the start of the extension in C tier. It's fine, it's just way too easy, I think. It's like one of the easiest parts of the level, and also it's just too low CPS. I feel like you should be clicking more at the start of the extension. I feel like Where and Manix for the next part really actually kind of dropped the ball in this department, because there's so much energy at this part, but the way you're clicking, it's just like, I injected a couple extra clicks in the robot and the ship just to like keep up the energy in my mind. Like it didn't feel like enough if I did as few clicks as are required. so I just added a couple extra clicks. I thankfully never died because of it. That would have made me mad, but yeah. And Manix's wave, that goes in detail. I really don't like it. I don't know why there's a half speed wave right at the start of the extension. It just doesn't fit at all. It's just not good. It's also harder than it looks and annoying to die to, especially the 73 green orb that depends on your exit from the wave. I don't like it. It looks easy, but it's hard, which isn't inherently a bad thing, but in this case I think it is, because again, there's so much energy at this part, so why is it half speed? Like, to TMN's half speed, that's fine, because, well, that's when it's like, you're at the very end and the music's slowed down, and it's like the most tense part of the level. But this is the climax of the level, so it needs to be 3 or 4 times speed to me. The rest of the extension does this so well, but this it's such a tension, it's such a mood killer, this wave. Gameplay wise as well, I just don't really like it very much. Neither do I like the ball clicks at the end of this. There's the first ball click is really hard and the rest are free. I don't think this part's balanced very well. And then Zaro is so cool. It's definitely S tier. Like, it's extremely learning. It's like, it doesn't really fit in with Bloodlust, but I don't really care because it's so good. Like, it gets so consistent with the ship clicks and the ball clicks, except for the final green orb and straight fly, but I was pretty good at it. I don't really mind. But it's so satisfying to pass, and if you watch it, like, again, like Evasium, I watched this for the first time and I immediately understood, like, it's really hard. Now we get to Terron's part, which I split in two. The corridor part is another S tier. It's the coolest part of the level, easily. Like, I think that goes without saying a little bit. Like, it's so good. There isn't a bad click here as well. Like, the final UFO click into the straight fly is annoying, but like, it gets extremely consistent once you realize you can click late. Yeah, it's my favorite click pattern in the whole level. Just like watching it and listening to my clicks, it's just great. There's the straight fly, the ball, everything about this part I love. It's got the best decoration of the whole level. Like, it's perfect. I'm gonna move it up to the top, even though these aren't really ordered. I don't really have much more to say. I just love everything about this part. Terron is good. I like Terron's part. Like, that ship that took the screenshot on with the green orbs is really cool. I don't really like the cube click right after it, but the rest of it's good. Again, it's right at the end of the level. It's the climax of the level, and it really suits that very well, unlike Manix's part. Willy is more of the same, but a little bit more annoying. Although the waves are really cool, but I find it a little bit, not really buggy, but inconsistent with the blue orb at like 89, I think, the ball click at 90, and the final 2 orbs sometimes kill you randomly. Thankfully never happened from 0. Yeah, it's just a little less polished than Terron's part, which is why I guess it's low. And I'm not sure. It's really good. I died to it 12 times, but I still really like it. I'm going to put it in 80. I don't think it quite stands up to these top 5 parts, but it does come close. Again, aura. The aura of this part is almost unmatched. It's the 4th best part in those terms, behind the corridor, first ship, and Evasium. And the final triple. Oh my god, it feels so good to pass, especially if you die there 3 times from 0. The wave's really good. The final ball is a great part, honestly. Like, I like it way more than I did at first. I have less to say about this than I thought I would, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, that's the tier list. Like, as you can see, I do like this level quite a lot, despite how bad my experience with it was. Like, this is still one of my favorite levels in the game. Like I said, it's basically my dream level. It's like the 5th Extreme Demon or something that I heard about. It's one of those things I thought, like, only, like, inhumanly talented people can do it, and now I have done it. I am a Bloodlust victor now, and like, even though I had a bad experience with it, I'm really glad that hasn't changed, like the way I see this level. That's my tier list. Now on to whatever comes next. I don't exactly know what it is yet because I haven't recorded it. Hello. I'm sorry, this video is just 80% yapping, but if you're not interested, if you don't want to watch any of this, that is completely fine. I appreciate you watching anyway. I was going to do this whole massive outro here, where I go back to the start of the year, do a review of the whole year, and leave off with my experience of Bloodlust, and thanking everyone and stuff like that, and going through my plans for next year. But I'm not going to do all of that. I'm going to do some of it, but I'm not going to do everything I planned here. For 2 reasons, and reason number 1 is I'm not a good scriptwriter, nor am I very articulate if I improvise, so my first take, there was a ton of stuff I forgot and I was really unhappy with it, and when I sat down to write notes for the second take, I just couldn't really do it, so I don't think I'm capable of doing all that in a way I'm happy with, at least not at more effort than it's worth, so I'm just not going to do it. Second reason is I just haven't had a good couple of days, and I don't want to stress myself out more. I'm fine, don't worry. Like, I just have low points sometimes, especially in the colder months. This really isn't how I expected to end this video, but I strive to wear my heart on my sleeve, and I want to be as honest with how I present myself as possible, and this is what I feel like making. The first outro I tried to make here just did not feel right, and this feels right to me right now, even if it's not what I expected, and it's probably not what you expected, but I always want to be as real as possible, so here's what I have to say. As great as that moment was where I beat this level, it wasn't all that I hyped it up to be in my head, and that has definitely been a reason I have had a pretty bad week since beating the level. It just hasn't. I thought, like, there was so much I was thinking about in the last, like, 4 months about how this was hanging over in my head, and that was a reason why my October was so bad. But it wasn't this great release of pressure that this great release that I expected it to be. It was a nice release, don't get me wrong, and it was a great moment. But my life before beating Bloodlust and my life after beating Bloodlust are pretty much the same, which sounds extremely expected. Like, it's a geometry dash level, it's not that deep. I don't know, I'm passionate about this game. I thought it would have more of an impact than it did, and it didn't. It hasn't ruined anything, but it's something I have to figure out, like, I think fix for future levels. Like, I put too much into this game, and I expect to get more out of it than I do. I don't know. In a week or so, I'm going to watch this back, and I'm going to be really unhappy with this, but this is how I feel right now, and I want to get this video out. I don't want to delay it anymore. But anyway, as bad as I keep saying Bloodlust was, like, I guess it was. I had a bunch of ending deaths that's, like, objectively bad, but it wasn't as grueling as what I'm capable of going through, I think. Like, I don't think I'm going to be at all done with this game until, at the very least, I have an experience like Nepesta with Kinos or Oblivion or EOD or Zeronium AOD or, like, Doggy with Acheron, like, a months-long new hardest that, like, really pushes me to my limits. This did not push me to my limits. All the setbacks were external, like, it was my wrist, mainly. I'm not going to be done with this game until I take down a main list that takes me months based on the difficulty of the level. I haven't had anything like that yet, and I'm looking forward to finding my ceiling. I'm worried about Tartarus, I'm going to be honest. I do wish I could do a proper review of the year, because it would be good. Like, it was such a clear start of the year and end of the year, with meeting Will and then beating Bloodlust. Like, Unsaved Changes was really a 2024 thing. I really beat 11 extremes this year, not 12. And meeting Will led to meeting Trades, Deke, Rubik's, Freddy, Kolob, everyone, pretty much. It kickstarted my year. It led to all the best things that happened to me this year. Which, by the way, as this video comes out, I'm pretty sure, assuming this is coming out on the 6th, was a year ago today. Which is cool. Like, that's just pretty cool, isn't it? It's honestly, like, one of the biggest sliding doors moments of my life. Like, other big stuff has happened to me, obviously, but, like, I've never been able to pinpoint one exact moment that changed so much when, like, I watched this Tartarus video at 3 a.m. and I thought, I have a lot to say. I want to write a comment, but it's 3 a.m., so I'm going to go to sleep. And then the next day, I was almost nervous. Like, it felt parasocial, but I thought, like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Like, maybe he'll ignore it, or, like, whatever, I don't know. So I just wrote the comment, and then it led to the great friendship with both him and many other people indirectly, which is, like, I can't imagine how much would be different, and probably not as good had I not written that comment, had I not clicked on that video. It's crazy. So things like that are crazy to think about, like sliding door, like the butterfly effect and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel like I've said this so much over the last few months, like since you beat Limbo, Will. Like, I feel like we've acknowledged this so many times, and it's gonna get old at some point, but it hasn't yet. Nor is thanking everyone in the world at the end of every major accomplishment I do. Like, that's always really fun to do, and that's coming in a few minutes. This year, it's so much more good stuff than 2024, but also so much more bad stuff. I didn't have to deal with the wrist pain. Mainly, that's the main thing that I didn't have in 2024 and do have now. My laptop issues got worse, my save device. 2026 is going to be so much better, I can guarantee it, because I'm getting my new PC in a matter of weeks and my new keyboard, and I'm going to feel so invigorated, I bet, when I play on the new hardware that doesn't hate me. Yeah, I'm speaking pretty muted because it's currently 3 a.m. Throwback to Snowfall Fiesta. This isn't as grand as I wanted it to be, but again, I truly appreciate anyone who's watched this whole video. I want to say my appreciation to all my friends who supported me through this level. As I've said before, my previous worst experiences, Erebus, I didn't really use the support I had for that. Artificial Ascent, Yatsugarasu, I had enjoyed them enough that I could do it on my own. But here, despite enjoying it, the level treated me so badly that I think without my friends in VC and the chat, everyone supporting me, I think I wouldn't have been able to see this through. And I will never stop being thankful for everyone around me that supports me. I think the day that I do is, well, it's simply not going to happen. I was going to like try and say something, like literally, that's just not going to happen. I don't see it happening. In this year, my community grew from a handful of people, Felmix, Booper, Cetera, Frogger, to this whole massive group. And the two major moments I have to thank for that are meeting Will and playing Sonic Wave. It's been a really good year in those departments, but also had April and October, 2 really bad months. I don't know. I'm rambling, but yeah, my plans for next year, I do want to get this through. My plans for next year, for this year, it's the 4th of January right now. There are 6 levels I want to do before Zodiac. And those are Sticky Machinery, Red World, which I'm going to race trades on, a secret second hardest that I currently have in 2 runs. I've actually had it in 2 runs for 5 months, but we don't talk about that. And that's for the Delphic Demons as well. Fuck you, Devon. Karasu, Erebus, and Auditory Breaker, which is going to be like a knockoff RGB, just a mini version of the RGB video that I'm going to like remake in a way. I think that'll be fun. I was originally going to do a 7th level, but no, don't want to. Then Zodiac as a new hardest. I think that'll be in March. I originally wanted it to be late January, but there's no way I'm beating all 6 of those levels this month. I've realized today I had a really bad session on my second hardest today, and it made me realize like I had those really ambitious plans. If every day was a good day where it felt as good as I did a couple days ago when I made those plans, I could do anything. I could be 50 extremes this year, but I will have days like today where it just wasn't as good. I wasn't in a good mood. I played badly. I was getting mad. I just wasn't proud of what I was doing, and I have to account for that. And also I have to account for wrist pain. I have to account for my laptop not behaving. So it's going to be later than I want. I'm going to start Zodiac in around March. Then the new RGB ladder. In my spreadsheet, which is linked in the description, if you go to the 3rd tab, you'll see a ladder of levels. There were 13 levels, 1 in each 100 increment of the Eredal, that, or at least it was in each 100 increment when I made the list. And I'm going to beat all of those one by one, alongside Delphic Demons, because until I get to Tartarus, then I'll take a break, then the Golden, then a break, then Sonic Wave Infinity. At which point it will probably be close to the end of the year. Originally I wanted to beat all of that and then Limbo, but like I said, I don't think that's realistic. I need to account for the setbacks I'm going to have, as well as exams in May. Yeah, that's the plan. I want to be probably around 20 to 30 extremes this year, going up from 12 last year. I'd want more than that, but I don't want to get in my own head about falling out of my goals, so I feel like 25-ish is realistic. So I feel like 2026 is going to be our year. It's going to be a great year. I'll have defeated most of my setbacks from 2025, or at the very least heavily mitigated them. Like, I won't take 2 months off for my wrist again. I won't constantly deal with lag spikes and the SATA device not working because I'll have a new keyboard and a new PC. But yeah, before I go, just want to once again thank the people I met this year, my friends who supported me. I want to give a shout out to Kolob, their Thinking Space video. That was, like, originally I thought I wasn't going to do this outro at all. Watching that, the outro really did inspire me when I watched it. And that convinced me to originally make this outro, but then again, canned the outro a little bit. Will, again, the Limbo video, it really inspired me with the what he said about community at the end. It's just 100% true. I rely on my community, and I'm really thankful for it, and I love it. Check out both those videos. And Trades and Freddy, you were in like every Bloodlust stream pretty much, particularly Trades towards the end. Your encouragement was absolutely massive. Like, every time I was like getting really down on myself, you had the positive words that sort of kept me going until I got some good runs and my mood improved. You were absolutely crucial to the last couple of weeks of Bloodlust, and Trades, you are like the person I associate Bloodlust with now, probably because of how ever present you were in these streams and how frequently you sort of brought me back up. Genuinely, it had a huge impact. And of course, the obligatory, I have to thank Sam. You've been here since the start. None of this would have happened without you. I say this every time, but it never stops being true. And I really appreciate everyone. I'll see you soon on Twitch for Sticky Machinery. I don't really know when. I don't want to overwork myself right now, especially because, like, I don't know, I just have these low points sometimes. Like, October was the worst one, but right now it's just I don't know. I want to wait until I'm in a better mood before I stream again. I don't want to go right back to the constant rage that was the end of Bloodlust. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier, I guess it's going here at the end. I originally was going to make a Bloodlust highlights video of streams 19 to 27, now I'm not sure, because I edited stream 19 and I'm unhappy with it. And my motivation for editing has gone down recently. So I'm going to try and start editing it, but there's a solid chance I just don't finish it. I hope I will, but maybe not. Especially if I end up focusing on the knockoff RGB and the sticky machinery video and the second hardest video. I've got a lot of editing to do, so yeah, I hope to get the Bloodlust video out, but there's a solid chance it just won't ever come out. I think that's it. Thank you to everyone who's watched me this year. Thank you to anyone who's listened to me rambling just now, and I'll see you soon.